everyone, thank you for joining me here on this, another episode of Vegan Police TV. In this episode I'm sharing my thoughts on why I believe that veganism is under attack and what we as other vegans and animal activists and vegan activists and things like that can actually do about it. So, here we go. Now, it's traditional that the idea of veganism is sort of off-putting to animal agriculture because that's their livelihood that's at stake, and we've seen this a number of times with a number of things, little subtle things that animal agriculture does, whether it's lamb, the Meat and Livestock Association in Australia with their Lamb and Australia Day ads. They've been sort of upping the campaign against veganism for a number of years and promoting veganism as something that is un-Australian. They've done it with, what was it? I think the year before last, it was giving a lamb chop to a baby, where the baby had a vegan T-shirt on or something like that. Last year was it last? No, this year. This year was the flamethrower through an expat's house, and he said he's vegan. So this is the thing. We've seen it with what was it? One of the dairy ads was the soy milk aftertaste face. That was something bad. There's a butcher that I drive past, one of the suburban butchers, in my travels, and they've had a sign up saying that our cows are vegan, so you don't have to be. There was a sign on the butchers the other day on their little A-frame blackboard, said, what was it? If two vegans have an argument, is it still a beef? And things like that. And so this is the thing, is that we expect it from outside of outside of this movement, this clique, or whatever this social club, whatever it is. It's something that we're to a point of expecting and facing and all that sort of stuff all the time. What really makes it hard for veganism is when the attacks come from within inside the movement. Now we see Francione attacking vegan, other people that aren't followers and his approved followers of his message, that they attack him all. He attacks them all the time. Doesn't matter who it is, what you do. We've seen it with the Be Fair, Be Vegan in Times Square. We've seen Francione go off his fall off his high chair, or off his little rocking chair and all that sort of stuff. We've seen him go nuts about that. The Bob Linden thing, where he claimed that all these people were stealing ideas from him, yet interestingly enough, he hasn't actually acknowledged that majority, if not all, of the ideas that he has are from someone else. We see it from these animal groups that claim that they're vegan or animal rights organisations, yet all they do is they say, oh well, hey, we've got to encourage people to go baby steps. We've got to encourage people to do this because, hey, they won't go vegan overnight. Well, I don't think anyone has said that, everyone will go vegan overnight. This is a battle where we need to ripen people up. We need to work on, presenting veganism to us a number of times until they get the message, until they decide that, hey, yes, this is something that they want to do. So it's under attack from all these animal groups. It's under attack from these groups that, will, taking what's happening in Australia at the moment, they will promote banning live export. So no, you can't kill these animals overseas, though it's all right to kill them out here and then ship them overseas. So there's that. We're under attack from actually within inside the movement. Now, Francione, he's not part of the movement. He's got his own little, he likes to think that he's starting a counter movement to counter all the work that people are doing. We've got veganism under attack by, what are they now? They're effective altruists, I think, which is basically another term for pontificating or sitting on your backside and just let's think about things and talk about things and not actually do anything. Biggest supporter of that is Tobias Leenaert. He's claimed at the start of the year that he went vegan for animal rights reasons. Now he's an effective altruist and he's talking about suffering and all these sorts of other things. And then you've got all the followers of Tobias as well. You've got the anti-vegan, Tobias is an anti-vegan vegan. You've got the the Vegan Brothers, from the US with the way that they promote veganism as just being food. Change your diet. What was it? If you care about animals, you're 90% vegan or 98% vegan or whatever it is, and all this sort of stuff. So this is the thing. It is under attack. There's, and the biggest thing that will get people that is probably shocking is that, and this is that when you look at it realistically, the people that compare veganism to vegetarianism now, they're two completely different mindsets, ideologies, whatever you want to say. When you're vegetarian, either whether you're vegetarian for religious reasons or whatever, so I'm leaving those ones out because that's someone's religious reason for that, and I'll just sit up on my chair a little bit higher. Let me fix this camera a bit. Anyway, so that's the thing, is that where was I going with that? So yes, vegetarianism and veganism are not the same. A vegetarian has more in common with a meat reducer or someone that is a locavore or something like that, because all they're doing is that they're changing particular products that they will eat and that they won't eat. And then there's the ovo-lacto pescatarians and ovo-lacto vegetarians, and ones only eat fish and who knows, all sorts of other things. So this is the thing, is that we need to turn around and say, well, no, veganism is the avoidance of animal products as far as practicable and possible. So the vegans that will promote using Tobias's thought experiments again, the consumption of an egg or consumption of eggs in grandma's cupcakes because of this, and it's frustrating, and this is one of the things that really makes it harder for the rest of us, and those of us who are promoting veganism for veganism's sake and not some watered down attempt, that someone's been presented a watered down version. I've gone to restaurants and gone to places and said, hey, listen, can you prepare something vegan? Yeah, we can do this. Okay, so can you let me know what you're going to make? They come back out saying, oh, we're going to do this, and it's going to have some particular cream cheese. Okay, hang on, what's the cream cheese got? Oh, it's got dairy in it. Well, no, hang on, vegans don't consume dairy products. Oh, the ones that came in before did. So, and this is the thing, is that when you go to a restaurant, and I know this is often a little tangent, though I want to add this into, because I think it's relevant for this discussion, is that when you go to a restaurant, you're entitled to ask for what you want. It's not like you're going to McDonald's or going to Lone Star, which is just a big steak place. And I mean, you could probably even get something decent to eat at Lone Star. I'm not going to try it because I really don't want to walk through those doors, because just the smell of the place, makes me want to gag. But that's the thing, is that you're going somewhere for them to prepare you a meal. Are you being, you're not being troublesome, you're not being difficult, you're not being dogmatic, you're not being purist by going, when you go to a restaurant where you're going to pay them to prepare a meal, you're well within your, your rights, your abilities, whatever it is, to turn around and say, well, no, I would like you to prepare it this way. This is what I don't consume eggs, I don't consume dairy. So if they can't serve you or they can't provide something for you, say, that's fine. Thank you for consulting with me. I'll take my business elsewhere. So this is the thing, that the strategic vegans or effective vegans or whatever BS term that you want to add to it, that turn around and say, oh no, we shouldn't cause scenes somewhere. Well, damn right we should. If I go out to a restaurant somewhere and I'm paying $20 for a meal, that's $20 of my money. So that's my time that I've spent to create that money. So therefore, by them not choosing the right, not providing me something, not providing me with a meal that I've requested, therefore I'm wasting my time, because my time has gone to that money for them to do this. So this is the thing, is that stop this we can't be troublesome vegans, or we can't do this. Well, yes we can. If we're going somewhere and we're asking for something, like, go to Subway for example. Oh, what would you like? Would you like cheese with that? No. Would you like it toasted? No, because they're making your meal for you the way that you want it. Same as when you go to a restaurant. It doesn't matter whether it's a high-end restaurant or a low-end restaurant or whatever. Tell them, this is what I want. This is how I want it prepared. If they can't do it, say, fine, I'll take my business elsewhere. So, and this is the thing, is that, don't be ashamed to, don't be afraid or ashamed or scared to say that you're vegan when you go somewhere. And if someone brings something out, don't be, don't go back on your ethics or your morals, and consume that product because you don't want to cause a scene. And I'll admit, hey, I did that in the early days, years ago, and not long after I moved up to Queensland, because I was sort of more of wanting to placate everyone else rather than stay true to myself. Nowadays, really, I don't give a kyber. I don't give a whoopty that what that if they get upset or not. Now the thing is that I do make it clear to the person. So if you're going to a restaurant, especially the high end ones, is that you do make it clear to the waiter, the hostie or hostess, or whoever the person that's coming out, that this is what you expect from the meal. If they don't, then hey, that's their loss. And well within your rights to turn around and say, well, no, I'm not going to eat it. So anyway, this is the thing. So what can we do about it? First of all, be vegan for vegan's sake. Don't be vegan for ego's sake, or for the sake of some social acceptance movement. Stand up and say, well, you're wrong. I do not, I choose not to consume that. I will not consume that because that doesn't sit well with me as someone that's an ethical vegan, moral vegan, or whatever it is. And this is the other thing. I mean, like, really, way back when I went vegan, there was just vegans. Now there's ethical vegans, health vegans, environmental vegans, and all that. So I mean, why do we need offshoots? Why do we need to further do things to a particular term to make it acceptable for to lower the bar, as Tobias says? Why do we need to do that? If you're going out to family, and I will share my thoughts on how you can approach the subject with your family and make it a bit more easier for them to understand that you are vegan, and that these are the particular things that you choose not to consume. It's not that you can't or you won't, it's just that you choose not to consume them. So anyway, that being said, don't be afraid to stand up for it. If you're vegan, say you're vegan. Don't turn around and say, oh, I'm vegetarian, or no, I won't use that word when I go out. Stand up, own it. Just because there's 15 vegans before you that have carried on like children or something like that, doesn't mean to say that you will. And this is the thing, is that you present yourself the best way that you can. We don't turn around and say, oh, I got cut off by a red car driving down the road, so all owners of red cars are full of road rage and things like that. We don't. We say, yep, okay, that's just that one person. Why can't we do the same thing with vegans? Yeah, there's vegans that go nuts. Go off tap, and like the Harleys and the Leannes and things like that. So they're not representative of this whole social justice movement. So that's the thing. Don't be afraid to use the term vegan. Say that you are. Stand up, own it, and get it back to what it was. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this one. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, likes, and subscribe, and all that good stuff below. Thumbs sideways, wherever the button appears when you wherever you're watching this clip from. So anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Cameron Blewett, and this was another episode of Vegan Police TV. Now, remember, don't fear the vegan police. We're here to help.